What's up, world, and welcome to our show, Cuzzo Convo. We're your hosts, Renaissance Ronnie
and Mo Lovely. We're here to have an open dialogue about all things Black reality TV, highlighting positivity and giving out real life accountability checks.
So grab your seat and whatever you need, because we're about to dig in.
What's up, Cuzzos? It is another episode of Cuzzo Convo, and it is me, one of your hosts, Mo Lovely, and
Renaissance Ronnie.
And we are glad that you have joined us. If you are new around these parts, we welcome you and say, hey, hey, Cuzzo. And if you are a regular, we say, what's up, what's up, what's up? So we are here to do a recap of Love and Marriage Huntsville, child, after the
storm. The whole episode, we saw more stormier than anybody after the storm. After the storm, we bring you stormy.
Right. Yeah. So, what she did said that y'all was gonna see more of me, even though we were like, "Where, girl? Where we seeing you?" But
and I was like, "Is she no longer a part of the cast?"
Yeah. So, but yeah. So let's jump right on into our first scene that we have. We're opening up with the Scats. So we have Kimmy, and that is they're at Kimmy and Maurice's bungalow,
yeah,
bungalow, their house. No, I'm just playing. Their house, and then walks in Tisha, and Tisha
first.
Yes, Tisha looks very stressed out, child. She looked like she had a night, and obviously she reveals that she did, because she said that she was fine, but her and Marcel were not. And I would have to honestly say this is the first time we ever, like, I feel like, have ever encountered Tisha, like, talking about there being any form of issue within our household with Marcel, because normally it's just I don't really agree with, or we hear them together in a confessional and she's like, well, I don't really agree with that or whatever, but Marcel must have cussed Tisha out, okay, for her to have like, first of all, look like that. She looked exhausted, like she didn't get no sleep. She was up crying all night long in her pillow, and Marcel probably kicked her out the bed and told her to go cry in the shower or something, or go to the guest room. I don't know, but she just looked like she was worn out, and she just, like, she was giving like, no, this is not right. I cannot allow for him to talk to me like this. And for the first time, I think that we, with when, whether it was Marcel or Miss Wanda, think that this is the first time I've ever felt like I've seen Tisha kind of, like, specifically with her husband, say, this is just not right. Like, this can't happen. And she was like, I need y'all to talk to him. Now, my thing is I don't mind accountability. I don't, but I need for Tisha to be able to talk to her own husband, like, and I'm not saying that she didn't say, like, Marcel, I don't like that you're talking to me in this manner. I don't think that it's right or whatever. But so she definitely is feeling like she needs somebody to say something. Now, unfortunately, the other Scots was like, Maurice in particular, well, we can talk to him, boy. That's Marcel. And I'm like, yeah, see, well, this is why he's the way he is. Because
I think he was so in the confessional, he was kind of sarcastic. Maurice was like, Tisha is coming to us, asking us to talk to Marcel because, she doesn't like the way he talks to her. I thought it was because in the past, when, like, Kimmy speaks up for Tisha, like, speaks up on behalf of Tisha on behalf of Tisha to Marcel, Tisha kind of backtracks. Like, she'd be like, oh, no, I didn't feel that way. Oh, no, my feelings weren't hurt. And they'd be like,
right.
Girl, like, wow.
Right. So, I'm having your back in this moment. So why are you even? Yeah.
Right. So now for her to be coming to them like saying you need to talk to him, it's like, girl, wow. So you could backtrack on this later on. So I just
That's why I think that he like cussed her out. Like I really think that he like more than just sarcastic Marceau. I think that he must have really like dug into her, like in a place that either they've never been before, or yeah.
yeah, I think the conversation was centered around Miss Wanda and her behavior. And I think Marceau is probably fed up and Tisha is seeming like she doesn't understand um, everybody's grievances with Miss Wanda, and so that probably was the crust. What am I trying to say? That probably was the main objective in the argument that they were
Mm-hmm.
having. And so it was like, okay, we're not coming to a resolve because you're gonna just keep doing whatever your mama say do, and I'm not about to have your mama over here no more. So he probably said that in harsher words, and so she was like, y'all need to talk to him. Like I didn't like the way he talked to me. Like he probably was like, look, if you don't check your mama, we getting a divorce. So,
Well, he could have possibly said that too, but then
well, be married to your mama.
be married to your mom or child. Oh Lord. Uh, then I hope she don't share none of the conversation because Wanda will say, "Marcel, I heard you had a few words about me."
You know what? I don't understand. At this point, what is her, we don't even need when they're saying in the future, I'm guessing that's where they're gonna go end up at and when they have that sit down or whatever with the Holts. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Is Melody still a Holt?
I don't know at this point in time. I mean, like at that point in time, but I
When
believe that she's not any longer. I think she.
oh, okay, but when they have their sit down with them, I believe that they're going to have the whole conversation about Miss Wanda not filming, and I'm guessing Marcel and them will agree that Miss Wanda would just film with them and not
Mm-hmm.
film with the rest of the cast. But I don't even know why it was like that in the first place. Like nobody else mom is invited to all the things. Like every time there's a party, every time there's a get together, it's Miss Wanda's always there, and it's like, Miss Wanda, you're not one of my friends. You're my mom. Like go home. I can see. Like I'm serious. And that's what Tisha has to realize. It's different. Like you not setting boundaries in your relationship with your mom. Your mom's not your friend, number one. And number two, it's like your mom is not your friend and it's not anybody in the group's friend. So why is she always there? Going over to her, y'all filming and y'all going over to her house for a little family get together or cookout, or you, Tisha, specifically having something at your house or having an event and Miss Wanda coming, that's different. But when Melody has an event or Kimmy has an event or anybody else has something, why is Miss Wanda there?
Right.
She not even in y'all age group. So that's the problem. Stay home, Miss Wanda, with all them kids that you always babysit.
Yeah, yeah. I want to know who babysits Tisha and Marceau's kids because I'm like they never in the scene really. So they must have a nice little nanny set up for or au pair. I don't know. Maybe they living in the house because I'm like y'all be all over the place. Who's taking care of these babies?
I remember one time Miss Wanda was there watching them because remember she had like a bunch of other kids with her, I feel like she had like a newborn baby with
She
her.
did. She did.
But
Right.
and other than that, they probably have some type of nanny or something because I don't think Marceau and Maurice's mom. I think she has like health issues maybe.
Mm,
So I don't think it's her who's babysitting them.
gotcha.
So yeah,
Yeah, Chad. I don't know. Yeah, it was weird. And continuously, I just feel like, yeah, I don't know. Like I'll say this. Do you think that Carlos, because she does bring the drama, do you think that Carlos tells Tisha like,
spider mom.
hey, yes, because I don't,
Uh,
I just don't understand. if she's not necessarily being invited and she's always showing up for filming, it's like somebody telling Wanda to show up.
Yeah, I'm sure cause she, like I said, she brings like that Mama Joyce, Mama Jones, with Scrappy Mama, Mama D element to the show. So it's like, oh, let's invite Miss Wanda. But like again, Miss Wanda is not. I mean, at this point, at the rate that Carlos was going, I wouldn't have been surprised if Miss Wanda showed up on one of their trips. Like Miss Wanda just be everywhere. It's like, why is Miss Wanda here?
Miss Wanda the roach that be you be trying to get in the cockroach. She'd be like this, God dang it, that daggone thing then got away from me again. You'd be like this. They like, just keep popping up.
Jalen's graduation party, Jalen's housewarming. Here come Miss Wanda. And it's like, you're the only older woman here. Like, why are you here? Why? Who told Miss Wanda J. Blige to come stepping through?
Lord. Yeah, I don't know. Tisha, yeah. And the thing is, loyalty is everything for her when it comes to her mom. I think that she battles that, because even though Marsau is, hey, I'm in it for life or whatever, I feel like if there was any ounce or chance of Marsau leaving Tisha, and Tisha knowing that how her and her mother's relationship is, I do feel that she's like, my loyalty is always going to remain with her because she's had my back from the beginning of time to now. And whereas my husband, I don't feel like he has my back in certain situations, or he tells me to cool it, or he tells me not to react to that. And I think that's why it goes in one ear and out the other, because she's like, well, rather it's my husband, rather it's my so-called friends, rather it's, other family members, this is the woman that's going to have my back. And I'm not going against that. That's what I just think it is. I just think it's a full-on loyalty thing, and she's not going to do it, because definitely, I'll say this. If she did say, Mom, I am officially going my separate way, I love you, but these are the ground rules. This is when we'll see each other. We're no longer going to film with each other, or we're no longer going to be filming with anybody outside of just me. I believe that Wanda would be like, that's how you want to play it, Tisha. Like she really, and she would, and she said, after everything I did for you, after whatever I researched, whatever about your husband being in the hotel, seeing his shoulder and his back, she would lay down all these things, and then she'd be like, Mom, yes, I know, but I also told you to stay out of it. I know whatever. Like she'd be like this. That's okay. You don't got to worry about me. I'm gone, and when I say I'm gone, I'm gone. And then I don't think Tisha wants that, like, at all. She does not want that.
But it's not about her canceling her out of her life. That's what.
No, I get, but I'm saying how Wanda is going to interpret it. Yeah. It's going to feel that way for her, and she's not going to be. And that's that toxic, like, mother and daughter relationship where, it's like that TV show called Smothered, where like that's where Tisha and Miss Wanda need to transition to that show. It's called Smothered, and these mothers be smothering their children, rather it's a male or female child. They just be like, it's crazy, like everything. They're like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna be coming over to the house, or they'll be popping up, and they'd be like, oh, your mother is here. And she's like, yes, I am. And I'm like, oh, no. Like, I can't even look at the show. I've seen, like, just clips, and I just think that it's, like, it is a very toxic relationship.
Yeah, and that's what it is. It's toxic.
Yeah, most of these relationships are like that because, oh, well, I had to fill the shoes of both mom and dad, and I had to, we didn't have any family, so my child only knows me, and my child will always know me and know that I'm there to support. And like one mother, she had the dang one her daughter, like, she was like, I want you to have the exact same birth as me, so we're gonna do this, and this is how we're gonna do it. She was like, and I know that you can have, and they actually look like twins. Like, you can't really tell them like different, like they look just alike. You can tell by the mother, because the mother looks a slightly bit older, but the mom is definitely getting work to make herself look just as young as her daughter. It's crazy. So that's Tisha and Wanda.
They look just alike.
And so therefore, if Tisha is signing up to be smothered for the rest of her life, that's just what it's going to be. And we'll see if Marcel will stick around with it. But like I said, he cussed that tail feather out that night, and she was just like, I can't allow you to do this to me any longer. But anyway, so talking about Marcel, messy Marcel. So him and Martell, I guess, having a conversation about what occurred. It definitely
According to Marceau, it was amicable in the end.
Right. So, and it seems to be a little bit confusing, because when you fast forward to then Martell's commentary about what happened, and yes, they did have a conversation, he just was like, no, I didn't appreciate it. And at the end of the day, we will not be working together. I'm pretty sure that won't be happening in the future. And I was just like, oh, so wait a minute. Like, did y'all really have a discussion about this? Or did Marceau just say, we're good? We talked about it, and he just thinks in his mind, like, so we be able to move on and not we'll be able to work together. That's the only thing that I can think. Or unless Martell was him saying, okay, well, do you want to continue to work with us or whatever? And then Martell being like, yeah, I don't see that being a problem. But then coming into the confessional and being like, yeah, I don't think. But which my thing is,
he just bowed out because he knew that Tisha probably wasn't gonna. Because I mean, remember, him and Tisha had their sit down for her to basically give her approval, and so I guess he felt like, okay, after this situation, I don't see Tisha agreeing anymore, so I'm just gonna take myself out instead of letting them kick me out.
Either that, or
just be lying.
Or that, or he could have, just to give him the benefit of the doubt, maybe, that they did have the conversation, and then maybe Martell, excuse me, all these daggone M names. Maybe Martell was just like, you know what? Nah, this is probably not going. I don't think that this is going to work out. Like, so him agreeing and saying like, yeah, I mean, we get over this or whatever, we can whatever. Or him saying, I wouldn't mind us still working together, but we gotta come to some agreements about your mother-in-law. That's the only thing that I can think of. And then him doing the confessional and saying, no, we're not gonna be working together. So
yeah, I don't know. I mean, because Martell's not gonna. They may have told him like, yeah, Tisha's not down for it, and so then he said
right.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah. But anyway,
even in his conversation with Mel, though, I felt like he didn't explain to her, well, me and Marceau had a conversation, and we have decided to make amends, and we're going to let bygones be bygones. He was too busy pandering to Mel, like, yeah, because I'm not going to never, no matter what happens between us, I'm not going to never let nobody just, because she tried to come speak and hit it from the back. He hit it from the back was like the quote of the day. Like, he kept telling everybody hit it from the back, and I'm like, first of all, he was the one who his back was turned to Miss Wanda. Actually, Mel was facing Miss Wanda's way. He just didn't know what was going on behind him. He didn't see Miss Wanda like running up. She did try. Miss Wanda was trying to do like a sneak attack.
Oh yeah.
But Mel was facing in the direction of Miss Wanda, but he wasn't. He was like, yeah, I just was, I was hitting everybody. I don't know who I was hitting. I didn't know what was coming or what was going on. I was like, he's just trying to pander to Mel. And when he does stuff like that, it just makes me dislike him even more, because he does stuff like that to make her think that they're headed in a good direction and that they're going to be okay. They're going to be able to co-parent. And then he turns around and does some snake stuff, like, take her back to court or whatever. So it's just weird with him. Like, yeah. I can't stand him. I can't.
Yeah, Marty got some healing to do for sure. I don't know.
He really needs a professional. He's not going to get it from his mother. He needs a professional to really like give it, like, lay into him and say, look, because he just, and it's not going to be Dr. Francis. Dr. Francis might be a little bit too nice. Like, he needs somebody. He needs tough love. Like he needs like a Iyanla Vanzant to really like talk to him because he's just all over the place.
And she'll be like this. You never admitted to the problem. Never. He might be
You
like,
put on a mask one day and then you change it up because that's what he does. And it's like, take the mask off. I can see Iyanla now yelling in his face, making him yell in the hole and bury the hate or whatever.
Right. She'd be like, you know what? You know why I got you out here digging this dirt? Because you're digging your own grave. That's what you're doing. You're digging your own grave. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yeah. No. He needs something. He does. I don't know what it is, but he need a whole team. Because he need a whole team to deal with whatever what daddy didn't do and how daddy didn't show up. And then he needs, whatever mama allowed and whatever, because there's wounds on each side. Like he got daddy's going on, daddy issues, and then you got mama too, even though she might have been there. Like I said,
I personally think he was raised by his grandmother. Something tells me he was raised by his grandmother.
Yeah, because I think he did talk about like for a while that he was distant from his mom as well. So yeah, there's a lot there. There's definitely a lot there. So, but yeah, y'all. Anyway, so we have next meeting, which is Stormy and Destiny.
Stormy and Destiny.
Okay. Y'all know, I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm over Destiny, y'all.
I must say, yeah.
I can't. Like, it's like everything that somebody, I just feel like that's trying to either be Team Destiny, or everybody that's trying to like have her to come to some form of resolve. Everyone that's saying, okay, it's time to elevate, it's time to grow up, it's time to let that go. I think it's just best that oh no, when it comes to me and her, yeah, you just need to leave that alone. Oh yeah, no, well then if you want me and you to be good, then it's like, okay.
Well, I think Stormy should work on them and stop trying to get her and Mel together. Even though I know Mel's their common denominator, not friend. But so if Stormy wants a relationship, because the thing about Stormy I noticed too, Stormy she's really nice, but Stormy she's a little shady at the same time, and she just be cracking herself up when she be being shady.
Oh, in the confessional.
Yes.
Yes, so, that whatever that one comment was when she was like, like her store that wasn't getting as much action as it did before. I was like,
she said, because my warehouse is right down the street and I would ride past there often and it was never open. So, I'm of the belief that no publicity is bad publicity. I was like, I know that's right, Storm, because I said the same thing.
I thought to myself, I said, well, that's why that Gucci purse is gone. That's
she lost it. She said she lost it in the airport.
Okay. I don't believe that, but okay. Whatever, Destiny. Like, at this point, girl, you're going to be who you're going to be. And we can only hope that you elevate someday. I mean, I don't know. Like, that's the only thing I have. But your hair looked beautiful, boo. If I was going to give you a positive, you look stunning. The hair, the hair was.
It did look nice.
Look beautiful. Yep. That's it.
I'm trying to understand Destiny. She need to leave the show.
Yeah, that's it. That's all that it comes down to. It's just like, let's just leave the show, because it just doesn't look good. My thing is, let's just say, even if they are editing her in this certain way, I don't believe that they are, but even like, because and Tony always has this thing. He's like, you only give them what you give them. Like, they can edit but so much. So there's a part of you that even within them editing whatever, there's still that part of you that's showing up as you, as yourself. So my thing is, I don't know if she's thinking about like how I'm looking right now if somebody considered me for business, any form of business, rather it's me being a brand ambassador for a company, rather it is somebody is like, hey, I have a property. I know that you're wanting to buy. I actually have a property that has suites in it that you can like whatever it might be. Like, I don't think that Destiny at all thinks like, well, let me just make sure that I'm looking at myself fully so that if there is other opportunities, let me not block those opportunities and have people thinking like, never mind, I don't really want to work with her because she got some issues. She got something going on. Like, and that's the thing with Destiny. I don't she only thinks in the moment, this is how I feel. This is what she never, there's, where Mel is the complete opposite, where again, people might call it fake or whatever you want to call it. But Mel is like, mm-mm. And I said what I said last week, which was accurate, which was when Mel was like, I'm sorry, but like, she's like, people want me to continuously be quiet. Mel has put on for all these years and seasons of like being again the leader, the great mother, the great wife, and I just, like I said, I think that she just was like, whoever wants it, like, let's get it. Which is why Miss Van said, when she was like, send your mother. And and she was like, no, she got it. She was like, I don't even need to step in. But I don't think that Destiny has that. She does not have that like, all right, let me all right, let me be open. And my thing is that it's not even so much about you agreeing to everything that everybody puts in your face. She just completely like shuts down and like,
Yeah, she shuts down.
yeah, when it's like, I hear you. I don't agree with a meeting at the moment. Not saying that I'm not open to it, but probably within your time frame, I will have to decline at the moment. Let me walk away from it. Let me think on it, and then maybe get to a point where once we're kind of where we are and we get to a good place, then I'll say, all right, I believe that I'm open to sitting down with her and being in a group setting with her. Like,
Some people don't
that's
have that emotional intelligence to even think that far. Like she's too, like you said, stuck in the moment. So she's like, I don't see it for us. And
right.
that's just it. It's just like, I don't see it for us. This is not going nowhere. We ain't gonna never be friends again. And even though it may be in 2 weeks, they might be friends again, but she can't see beyond it. And I think a lot of people don't have the emotional intelligence to, like, they just set in their current feelings. They can't see beyond what's happening right then. That's where a part of
Yeah,
her is.
absolutely. And I just,
And I
and
think,
so
like I said, she's hurt too.
mhm.
She
Oh
doesn't
yeah.
understand. Like,
And I mean
I truly think she doesn't understand what happened between them two.
the whole
No matter
interview.
if, I mean, you could probably run the tapes back to her and let her watch everything that transpired, or Mel could show her the text messages. They could run the tapes back. They can play recordings, and I think she really doesn't understand what happened.
I'm wondering, I would love to, because you kind of on IG with following these people. I'm not. Does Destiny, or has Destiny ever shown like friends outside of like Tisha, like people in the show, whatever, like has she shown friends outside? Because remember when we were introduced to her, it was introduced with her ex-husband,
Mm-hmm.
but but since she's been on, it was ex-husband, no longer with ex-husband, male, no longer male, now Tisha, Kimmy, and whatever. I'll stop there for right now.
Tiffany.
Okay.
Um.
So
So
so I'm only asking this question because my thing is like there I have not seen anybody like come to the forefront and be like, all right, y'all, this is my friend for real. We go way back. This is my childhood friend or whatever. Like, I understand her. So what y'all are seeing, it like, I don't see that. And when you don't see someone that's like outside of the filming world kind of have your back to be like, then there's it's you. Like, you have to kind of do that like that reflection of like, it's me. And she might be a type of female that like might be like, I don't really want necessarily female friends. I want more male companionship. And so therefore, like, this is what I go after. I go after males because this is where I want my greatest relationship. And then if my network is open to whatever, it seems like maybe it's just more on the business side of things, not so much like, oh yeah, I appreciate you being my friend or whatever, because I mean, even just like her whole like loyalty to even Martell. Yes, I understand they went to high school together, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, you definitely was checking Martell when you and Mel were cool. And you, every time Martell did something, she'd be like, now I understand that's my boy. I understand that we've been friends since whatever, but he's definitely wrong on this. You were definitely checking him. So, and now that you and Mel are no longer where you are, it's like, oh, I'm going to go run and tell Martell that. I'm going to go run and it's like, make that make sense. Because you're not going to tell me for a second that you still don't think that this man is wrong in a lot of his doings and what he did, and even currently is doing. Like, I'm not seeing you hold Martell accountable anymore.
Yeah. Well, I know I talk a lot about, like, I'll refer to what I saw on Instagram, but I actually don't follow any of the only person I follow on social media from the show actually is Kimmy.
Mm-hmm.
I actually go on, like, I'll go to their pages and look and just see
Right.
what's going on and
Yeah.
then check out. I don't actually follow any of them. As far as Destiny, I've never so first of all, Destiny doesn't post that much. And when she does post, no, she's never posted anything. Like, she's never posted like her family or her friends. Like, she doesn't
Mm-hmm.
post much from her private life. Um, she doesn't even really post much from the show. When she does post, it'll be just like a picture of her or whatever, or maybe her son. The
Mm-hmm.
most personal I've ever seen Destiny get on social media is talking about, I think she had like several miscarriages before she was able to conceive her son.
Mm-hmm.
And so she talked about her journey with her rainbow baby.
Mm.
But other than that, she doesn't really post. And I do read her comments. I never really see like a family member or a close friend saying, girl, we got you, or whatever. So
Interesting. Yeah. So that's very telling, and it says a lot. It says a lot actually. Um yeah, that's just weird. I mean, I don't have friends like that, but my whole I don't like. I mean, I don't really. But a part of my whole thing is that, I mean, and you know this, like, I definitely had way more male friends than I had female friends, and so obviously being like a married woman, a lot of those relationships just, like, ended, not because we was doing nothing and I'm banging my male friends. It's just that it just was the season. Like, it just ended. And some of them I'm still like, if I worked with some of them or whatever like that. But I've never been like a girly girl type of friend thing. Like, that just never been my thing. It's always been like, every like, I can go from elementary school all the way to high school, me having like one consistent like girlfriend, that's it. Like, but so it's never been my thing like that. And everybody else that I feel like, and I'll just say this, just the season of life, like, I've realized when you become a wife and then you become a mother, like, everybody just kind of disappears because they think like you're busy, and it's like, oh, I don't want to bother you, you're married now, like, I'm a single person, and like, I don't know, we can't run in the same circles, and it's like, that's weird. Yeah. And then it goes, oh, you're a mother now, oh, you're definitely busy, so you're married, you're a mother, you don't have time for me. And I'm like, wait a minute, let me make that decision, let me tell you that don't have time for you. Like, it's weird, like, people just like start to distance themselves because they are in their head thinking like whatever. And I've literally had conversations with, like, not necessarily my friends, but like, if I've done like panels where I've talked about, marriage and singlehood and whatever, like, I've sat down with women and they're like, yeah, I always leave my married friends behind because, they just no longer have the time. And I was always taught that. And I was like, yeah, who's teaching y'all that? That's stupid. Like, they're like, I just feel like they just get married friends, and then mothers become friends with other mothers. I'm like, no, that's not true. I'm like, I don't know where y'all got that from, but that's false. Like, again, and allow for that woman to say, like, you know, I'm busy and just is just whatever. But like, no, we still desire to be in friendship. Like, it's
I
weird.
mean, yeah, my core friend group, which is like Andrea and them, none of them are married except Jessica.
Hmm.
So yeah, they're all single.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like,
I don't know. I don't get it.
yeah.
I don't really get it. It's weird, but I mean, it happens, so whatever. But yeah, I don't. Other than that, like I said, Destiny. It's there's a lot there, and I don't think that reality TV. Like, I know that we all say like she just needs to go, but she really does, because I just don't feel like this is her thing. Like, if I am a private person, like, there's, and again, she might have really thought that when Mel, because I don't know if you remember, but when Mel, she's like, you guys know that I wasn't really close with like Tisha and Kimmy, whatever, we was having our issues. And she was like, y'all said that y'all wanted me to bring some of my friends on. So then they got Destiny. I think that Destiny probably literally just thought the only thing that it was going to be her and Mel.
Hmm.
So I really just think that that's what it was, where it didn't work out that way. So now Destiny's like, because it didn't work out the way that I thought it was going to work out in my mind, I ain't giving y'all nothing. Y'all not going to know about my new boo. Yeah, I got a boo. I said I got a boo, and I got a boo. That's it. That's all you want to know. No, he not local. No, you're not going to never meet him. No, I'm not telling you his name. Like, it's just like, okay, well, if we're not getting any of that, then bow out gracefully. Just say, it's been great. I hope that MaDonni gets better.
You need the check.
Well, that too. And even her whole thing, when Stormy was even explaining that whole thing, when she's just like talking about like why she didn't, she's like, well, you came to me when I like I said, I knew something. I'm like, I don't think that Stormy was just being foul. Like, I don't think that she was like, no, I'm not gonna put myself. I'm like, this is a real businesswoman, Destiny, something that you probably can learn from. And I'm like, she didn't say no, or her products is not in your store just because she was trying to be petty. Y'all, I'm pretty sure when you even asked her about the products, y'all didn't even have any issue with each other at the moment. So again, why would you think that?
Didn't
Why?
Destiny at the time when Destiny asked her about the
Mm-hmm.
products, didn't she deserve an explanation then? I think that's where things kind of got lost in translation, because it's like Stormy knows what she had going on, and then she also knows that Destiny asked her about, I guess, putting her products in the store, and I don't think it was fully explained to Destiny what was going on. Even though I think in Destiny's mind, which this is not how you go about with business, I think in her mind she's like, I know this girl, we're cool, she'll put her products in my store. I don't think she
Mm-hmm.
even thought about there's a whole business, there's a
Mm-hmm.
whole contract that needs to be done, there's the business side of it,
Yeah.
which Destiny was wrong in that. I think Stormy could have at that time explained to her, I'm working on something right now. I'm trying to get into retail stores, and I have a contract with a broker set up,
Right.
and they would like me to, and just went from there. And instead of, I think Destiny felt slighted, like, okay, she ain't responding, or she ain't say what's what. So I guess because of with the whole situation with Mel, now she with that too. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so I mean, I'm glad that they seem to come to a resolve with that situation. I mean, I guess it looks like maybe later down the line, Stormy will be putting something together and inviting all the ladies. I
Yeah.
hope it's at her house, because her house is beautiful.
She be like, y'all ain't gonna be ripping at my house. My
Riding her
state,
horse.
like the miniature horses. Yeah.
um,
But yeah, her state is beautiful, and Tiffany came on by,
mhm.
talking to her, and then actually Tiffany and Destiny talked first, and then Tiffany came and Stormy and was like this. So I got the tea from
But I
Destiny.
say, Tiffany said, let me go around to everyone and find out what everybody's side of the story is.
It's so funny because my mom, when we were looking at the show, she said, "So is Tiffany no longer cool with Melody?" I said,
You know what? I'm not that I think that they're not cool, but you know how Martell kept drilling to Tiffany and Lewis that Melody
"Yes,
not your really your friend, and don't worry, she'll dump you too, and all that. I think I'm starting to feel that with them, like they're not as because Tiffany was brought on as Melody's friend, so
right,
I'm starting to feel like there's a kind of a not necessarily a beef. I don't think they have a beef, but it's not like it used to be
yeah,
with them two. So I don't know. I
yeah."
personally,
It's
my feelings about Melody, that I think Mel is like the captain of the cheerleading squad, whereas she's the popular girl, and the most girls like her or envy her or whatever. It's like you either love her or you hate her, and it's like she can take you or leave you, and it's like especially if you ain't got nothing to offer, so she'll just be like whatever. Next. And so I think in her case, and so I think that's why her and Stormy's friendship works because Stormy don't need her. Stormy's successful, and Stormy can hold her own. So it's like, okay, we can click, we can hang. Whereas she can sort of talk down to Tisha, or even with her and Kimmy, like I think they started to click because it's like Kimmy really ain't gonna take no mess, or Kimmy just, or if you don't want to be bothered with Kimmy no more, Kimmy's like, okay, cool, we don't gotta be, you don't gotta be bothered with me, that's fine.
mhm.
But Melody definitely gives me, okay, I'm done with you, kick you to the curb type girl.
And see the thing, I'm not sure if I look at it like that. I, because I definitely see with Mel that she is. I think that she is definitely all about like empowerment. Like, hey, even if you're not at this level, like I want to get you there. But I think with Mel, becomes to this point of, if like I don't see that you really are trying to get to this place, if you're not trying to elevate it, whatever, then yeah, I am going to you know put you to the side, because it's like you're kind of dead weight to me, and I don't disagree with that. Like I don't really feel like, and that's the thing, like with Destiny, is probably like, okay, you're becoming dead weight. I've come to you. We try to have the first sit down or whatever. And it's just like, I think that in this, that whole thing about Destiny throwing up the whole, I don't want to be nobody's charity case, because I didn't think it was going to be thrown up in my face. Well, it was only thrown up in your face because you told a lie. Like, I don't think that actually Mel would have ever said that she gave you money if you ain't tell the first lie. So you got to remember, like, that was all on you. Like, you are the one that kind of started that. So I just feel like, I don't know, like, I don't necessarily see her as, I do see her as genuinely wanting to like have a circle of women where like elevate, like, if even if you're at a point where, because I'll say this, I don't I don't know. I don't think that Stormy is I don't think that Stormy's network is probably bigger than Mel's. I
I
don't think so.
know. I do.
And I know that she just moved into the estate, but I don't think so. I think that and the only reason why I say this is that I don't know Stormy's other what you call them, but I do know that she said that, hey, I'm coming to Stormy because she knows this whole industry or whatever like that. And again, somebody that's that humble that can be like, I'm coming, because she could be like, oh, I don't want to figure this out. I'm just gonna hire somebody and whatever. So but I don't know. And the only reason why I say that is just because they've been on since 2018 or 2019. How long?
19, I think it was 19, because remember, we were kind of shocked at how many seasons we felt like they had, but they have
Yeah.
been on for a short period of time.
Yeah. So I definitely will say that she has, between her brand ambassador deals, because that's where it first started. Then her having like 2 or 3 businesses, and then obviously with the real estate. And I know, because I was going to actually take her real estate investment course. So I know that she started her classes, I think it was like $3.99, and then I think it hit January like 1,000 something. So and this is way before Stormy. So I don't know if her net worth is bigger than Mel's. But what I will say is, I appreciate that Mel understands when somebody knows something more than her. And so that's why I'm saying, like, I feel like she's like, hey, like, if I can be around a group of women that's like, I want to empower, and I also want to be empowered. Like, I feel like that's what she's on. But again, if you bring any
Why
form
doesn't
of like,
her Tisha successful?
yes, but see, it came out that she never liked Tisha in the first place. And I feel like if Mel doesn't like somebody in the first place, there's a reason. And I don't think it got
My
nothing to
point
do with.
exactly. So she didn't like her in the first place, but she wanted her to. She convinced her to be a part of the show anyway, and so she basically used her, and then she was done with her, and she kicked her to the side.
I don't know. I don't think that happened. Like, I really don't think that happened. I think that there was something, more. And I think that she was really trying to, like, again, give chance after chance. And it was just like, this is just not working. I don't know. Like, how, I don't know. Like, I just, like, everybody ain't for everybody. And I
I
don't think
mean,
that
I understand that.
I
I
think that she said,
understand
I
that,
never
but
liked you in the beginning. I don't think that it was more about, like, it had anything to do with, like, it was. I just think that I think for Mel, it was like, okay, I'll tolerate you because
not
really,
tolerate.
well, no, I'm saying, like, because really, again, from my understanding, from some receipts allegedly, is that really, like, Mel and Martell's whole business, and then when it was really like with the brothers. And then so it's like she just was like the wife. So I guess, like, Marceau was like, well, even if she did come to Marceau and was like, hey, Marceau, do you want to be on the show? He probably was like, yeah, but my wife is going to be on the show with me. So that's the thing. So all I'm saying is I don't think it was so much about her being like, well, I'm friends with, and we friends and whatever. I don't, when she made that comment about not really liking her, I think that she has just tolerated Tisha from the very beginning. And then on camera, she's like, okay, well, Carlos is saying, like, well, how about y'all try to work on this, since y'all are now working more together? Because remember what Tisha said. Tisha was like, well, Scope was negative, whatever, and now it's in the positive. And so, but again, from my understanding, allegedly, I'll say this, that apparently that they are supposed to be, like, really paying homage to Mel, because apparently there has been some monies, and there's been some things that Mel has signed. There's been a lot of things that have been given to the Scotts, particularly Marceau and Tisha.
What do you mean?
So as far as, like, monies and deals, apparently Mel is is a part of their success. Like, as far as why they are and where they are,
My
So
understanding is that actually that Marcel may be the most successful one on the show.
I mean, maybe now, but if you also look at some of the things that I didn't even think to look at, like, yeah, you don't ever really see Marceau really, like, he said some things about Mel, but he keeps it real light. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. Because there's been some things that have been alleged, but not like them together. But yeah.
Okay.
So all I'm saying is that I think that she has tolerated. She was just like, I'm gonna just tolerate it. Okay, yeah, we'll do this show, whatever. I'm just gonna tolerate it. No, not really my cup of tea, but whatever. I don't know. Like, but I just, like, I mean, I've met people, like, wherever, where I would just be like, yeah, that's not whatever. But because you married to my husband, I'm married to him, and he likes, whatever, then it's like, okay, I can sit in the room with you, we can kiki and whatever, but after we leave, like, I ain't gonna be calling you and texting you and being like, we should get together. Like, no.
Not I, says the cat. I'd be like, where you going? Go ahead, I ain't going.
Yeah, I mean, and sometimes, yes, that's whatever, but it not in all places that I can do that. So I just be like, okay, it is what it is. But yeah, I don't know. So I don't know. Like, I don't really see her as a mean girl, or I don't really see her as like I'm gonna get what I get from you, and now that I got from you, whatever. I mean, I'll say this, like, Martell, it doesn't add up for me, especially when Martell says things like that, because my thing is that you became jealous of your wife when you showed her the ropes of success, and you were like, listen, leave teaching, let me show you what to do. And she did it and became successful, became better, and did all the proper things to be the main investor and whatever, and you just kind of flopped and dropped the ball. You can't be mad at her for doing that. Like, who else was going to be the successful one? Like, if you're not doing what you're supposed to do, like, finding deals is great, and if that's your specialty, then boom, get paid for doing that. But like, stand down, like, humble yourself. Don't all of a sudden go, well, as soon as you get what you whatever, because we saw it in season 2 where he was just like, now she became this big thing, and she don't really be mentioning me in her speeches and stuff like that. And he was like, and I'm the one that actually showed her. And it's like, Martell, why are you making this about, like, I get it, but then again, I don't get it. I'm like, I don't think that Mel is sitting here saying, like, I'm not gonna say my husband at all. Like, I just think that she's in the moment of excitement, and I don't know, like, I don't know. I might be a millimeter to a certain point.
I mean,
I'm not over here, like, because I know you was like, you compared it to, like, she has a cult. Now, like, I've already
not like a cult, but like, like the Beehive or the
yeah, I'm gonna say, y'all heard me. I'll that's like, I admit it. I said that whole situation could have been avoided. I think that her and Wanda could have had that discussion, or whatever was going to be had separately. I don't think that it should have been brought to a person that you're already at odds with event. Like, I totally get it. And I mean, I get what Stormy was saying too, when she was just like, no, Mel didn't really whatever. Like, for the first person, when we actually really look at it, she actually said, Bernard, that's you, right? You was the one that was threatening me online. She actually whatever. And then Wanda then steps in and goes, yeah, he got a problem with you because I got a problem with you. And she's like, oh, okay, well, what's your problem? So really, technically, even if she came with the with on her mind, in her heart, to say, I'm going to talk to this woman, I don't think she really thought that it was going to go left like that. I don't because I mean,
Miss Wanda.
No, I mean, but this is the first time we really have seen Miss Wanda. Like, I mean, we've seen Miss Wanda. No, Ronnie, Miss Wanda running up on somebody. Ronnie, we've never seen her do that.
We never seen Miss Wanda run up on somebody. She ran up on Martell at Jalen's graduation party.
She didn't run up on him. She took Mel to the side and was like, listen, I think you still love that man. And Martell came running into my son. Let me tell you something. She didn't run up on him.
Then she came to Jalen's housewarming or whatever and tried to call everybody out.
Right.
Like, it didn't turn physical, but Miss Wanda is confrontational. Like,
But I feel like, but that's the thing. I feel like people are so used to her, whatever, like her words. It's like, okay, yeah. But that's what I'm saying with the whole Mel, why I think that she should have did it, like, not there, is because she was fed up. She was ticking time bomb. She's like, I'm tired of you talking about my kids, whatever, like that, which is why I don't think this should have happened at, again, a person's event that you're not even really cool with, for sure. But she literally, like, spazzed out because Melody was doing what she did to her first. Because she definitely was like, I was like, why is she pointing on this woman's face like this? I really don't believe that Mel would have took it there. But again, when you are dealing with Miss Wanda, you kind of open up yourself to the greatest disappointment. And just like Stormy said, she said, I ain't never seen an old woman her age act like that.
Stormy had me right there because I'm like, Stormy, where you from again? Like, I don't believe that.
I was like,
everybody got one in their family.
Isn't Miss Wanda only like 49, 59? I mean, 50, like 2? She's not that old.
She's not in her 40s, but she's probably in her late 50s. She's not that old because she always talking about how her and Kimmy is not that far apart in age.
Yeah, I think Miss Wanda is like in her like at the oldest. I think mid-50s. I don't think Miss Wanda that old.
Yeah, she ain't that old. She ain't in her 40s. She's in her 50s, I would say. I don't know about me. I don't know. Actually, I think that Miss Wanda's like when you actually for whatever reason on camera she looks harder than she looks like when I see her like when I see her on live or when I see her just on social media. She actually looks more attractive. Like Miss Wanda's really pretty actually. Mm-hmm. She just got an ugly attitude.
But she's rough on the outside. She rough edges. Yeah.
She's from the other tracks. But
Wanda's from the other side of the tracks and Mel, she can get
but I mean, really, this episode really didn't give much. I mean, it was kind of like a filler episode of them discussing what happened with the whole confrontation or whatever, and them filling Tiffany in, who her and Lewis had magically had something to do. I wonder what they had to do because she never said. She just said me and Lewis couldn't make it. And I'm like, were they doing something together? Because like you couldn't make it and Lewis couldn't make it? Or he was just like, I ain't going if you ain't going or what?
Probably because Lewis be getting tired of hearing the men's mouth. That's why he be like, I'm not going.
It looks like next week they're going to be back on that because she's getting her IUD removed. And so he like, here we go again with this baby talk.
Throw the whole marriage away. I'm sorry. Throw the whole marriage away and throw them off the show.
Which makes me think about how when her and Stormy were having their conversation, about Stormy is going to, try again to have a baby. And then she said, and the third time around, she said she's going to do a surrogate. But Tiffany, I noticed that Tiffany always leans on the fact that she loves being a mother, as if once the kids are grown and leave the nest, that she's no longer their mother. And it's like, what is that about her?
I don't know.
She might be
like Octomom. You know how like Octomom kept having like the babies, and then she did like the IVF, and she had like but she had the twins first, and then she had triplets, and then it went into. But like she admitted, she said that she had a like not a fetish, but she had a thing about like infancy, like she loved motherhood when it came to like taking care of these kids, whatever. But I will have to say she's a dynamic. She like the Doricos. She's a dynamic mother because as a single mother, she got them 8 kids. Well, she has more than 8. I think it's 14 in all. But like she got them kids in like a tight shift, like, and she's running the show like all like by herself. I don't know how she doing it with 14 kids, but like she got it going on. And I'm like, okay, Octomom. So I guess she found some way to love them. But she definitely had this thing about, and I'm wondering if that like Tiffany being given up at birth. I'm just wondering if it's like her trying to not relive, but like her desiring to have like this, like I need to have another little human being so that I can show them love and they're going to be loved in this world and whatever. But
she needs a connection to someone. I think she needs to prove to a baby for whatever reason that despite what happened to me, I have the ability to love and bring a baby into this world and love it and not have to feel like I have to give it away. Like I actually want to do that and be that for somebody. But it ain't gonna work if your husband not on board, Tiffany, and you already don't have enough time for your husband already. And I'm just thinking, if she don't have enough time for her husband, does she even have enough time for the kids that she's scared that she gonna lose once they leave the house? Like, how much time does she spend with them? I'm wondering.
I don't know, because again,
she a smother.
We don't see that either. Like, we don't see that. I guess her and Lewis must have just like agreed, like, no, we don't really want our kids on like that, or they don't desire to be on like that. So
Yeah. She
I don't.
me very much like our child wants to sleep with us. He can sleep with us tonight. And Lewis is like, no, he's too big. He needs to sleep in his own bed. And she's like, no, he can sleep with us tonight.
Right. You want to cuddle up on Mama's side?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, this is, it's the wounds talking and reacting. And she wants that, she wants that healed, but that's not how you heal that, because
Yeah.
you can still be very, like, not like opposite of a good mother, like, and be toxic.
Yeah, I'm about to say you can be toxic in that.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, again, if it ain't Big Lou, she might be like, hey, I would not be surprised if Tiffany was like, so I donated some eggs. I found a surrogate. I already paid. And guess what? We're pregnant. Like, I would not put it past Tiffany.
And then they'll be like, Lewis, do you have a problem with that? And he'll be like, we discussed it, and I think I'm good. We're on the same page. We're a team. And then when he get with the guys, he'd be like, you know, she went behind my back and and donated her eggs.
Right. And he probably be like this. So how did you get my sperm? She probably was like, well, remember when I was like, let's just use some whatever. And Tiffany strikes me to be that way. She got her little manipulative ways. You know them there, like I said, them foster adoptees, whatever you want to call them. They got their little, and no shade to anybody that's, like, I'm not saying this all y'all, but I have a family member that has been not been in the system, but has been a foster mother, and yeah, some of those kids were woo. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I see them. I see the Destiny. I've seen the Tiffany's. Like, yeah, they got some issues. So, but anyway, y'all. So that is that. Y'all let us know in the comment section what you guys think. What are your thoughts from this past week's episode as we get ready for this next episode? And child, I don't know. I don't.
Oh, we didn't discuss Funky Dineva coming to town. I mean,
listen. I mean, keeping it plain, he asked some very important questions, and I think that he gave the accountability to Tisha that. Again, I feel like that the internet has been trying to give, and even I would say even her whole husband, but again, like, he asked a really great question, like, when does it become enough is enough, Mom? You are no longer invited. You can't, and again, like I said, goes back to, I don't think the teacher would ever do that. She's not. Just like she's never going to leave Marceau. Only way I think that she would ever leave Marceau is if he put his hands on her, maybe.
Which is like the opposites, because on one hand, she'll never leave Marcel and she'll never leave Wanda. And it's like,
yep,
how's that gonna work?
Yeah.
She gotta find a middle ground with that. Hopefully, I hope she does. I mean, I like Tisha.
Nice.
I'm team underdog. Mel don't need. Don't be saying this doesn't mean I'm not a Mel fan, but Mel don't need me. Like the millimeters got it under control. Like,
yeah, I what you call
they go hard for Mel.
I like
Tisha needs some a team, the Tisha team. So I'm gonna be on the Tisha.
Got them. They out there. They be on the internet streets. I be reading.
Oh, they do. Okay.
Alone. Tisha, y'all always got Tisha name in y'all mouth for no reason. Tisha is just fine. She loving her family and being successful as a Black woman. They out there. They love.
Oh, okay.
She got a team.
Deep as the melody.
Team Tisha is definitely out there for sure.
Okay.
That's Letitia is out there. I was like, what's she calling that girl? But that is interesting. I just thought that we about to wrap this up, but that's interesting. You know what? Stormy and Letitia ain't what you call them.
Filming together?
We ain't see because Stormy made the comment. She was like, I don't like to not be friends with people based off of what other people's experience are with the individual. Da, da, da. But I wonder why. Okay, that's fine. But I wonder why we haven't gotten a Stormy and Tisha sit down.
We haven't got a Stormy and Kimmy either, though.
Yeah, but there's not really. But we know that there's not really been an issue though with I'm speaking on because I'm only saying this because she's made the comment about how I don't get down with like the whole not being friends. She knows that Tisha and Mel are not cool. So I just want to know, and there's nothing going on with Kimmy and Mel from my understanding. But I just
Do you think Stormy's team Mel?
Absolutely.
Well, we know that. And I think she tries. I think Stormy really tries really hard to be Switzerland. But I mean, we know that you love your friend. That's what I go hard for Mo. Like people will tell you, anybody that has went to school with us, and me and Mo have went to the same school with each other since what 7th grade or 6th grade, 7th grade.
Mm-hmm.
We've been in the same school, 7th grade through high school. Me and Mo has went to the same school, and anybody who went to school can tell you that we'll be a crew one day, and then Mo will be like, I don't really mess with her like that, and then Ronnie will be like, I don't really mess with her like that either. Because I mean, I'm with Mo. She's my person, so if you ain't rocking with Mo, you're not rocking with me. So I'm with you, Stormy.
Yeah, no, I like that. That's the only thing is that I find interesting. I just wonder why hasn't there been any sit downs with Tisha or Tisha mainly, but Kimmy. But well, no, we'll see. We'll see what transpire. Maybe there has, and they just edited out like, oh no, that was a boring scene. We're not gonna put that in there because again, Stormy's live. She definitely was like. I'm definitely on the show more. I definitely am like having conversations having sit downs with a lot more people. So maybe they edited out and said that was boring. We're not.
Yeah, maybe it'll come around. And then Stormy got a potty mouth, so they might be tired of bleeping her. So they might be like, we gotta bleep her a little bit too much.
Yeah. So anyway, y'all, again, thank you for joining us. Yes. And we appreciate y'all so much. Remember to love up on that like button, hit subscribe, and share the love of our Cuzzo Convo commentary. All right.
We're going to engage.
Yes, and we will engage. We do apologize. Oh my Lord Jesus. Again, bear with me specifically because life has just been interesting. So, but yes, y'all. All right, we will see y'all in the next one. Peace.